Bhagwan Mooji told my wife that she is a pure split. Okay, and there is no doubt that, in all aspects, she is my guru, the very first guru.
Yes.
Okay, and I have given her a lot of suffering because of my nature, very aggressive and all that stuff. And she has put up with me, for many, many years like this. Now, what she says is that, first of all, I have a habit of getting stuck in something or the other. And she says, now I have found a spirituality basically.
Yes.
The whole day I'm just saying self, 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 and it is a kind of the obsession for me. Now, this obsession actually is a kind of a mental disorder for me also, right since childhood.
Yes.
I get stuck, like what they say, OCD kind of a thing. So, obsessive compulsive disorder. She says that you have caused me a lot of suffering, and that is true also. And now what is happening, that there is no suffering for me as such. I don't suffer. I cause suffering to others.
Yes.
Now, it's a very practical aspect. So I have always caused suffering, not because I intended any harm or hurt to anybody. And I always told her that there is no intention here. It just happens. She says that it is a very convenient excuse.
Yes.
And now what is happening, for 20 days I have not gone out of my apartment. I'm just sitting on the couch. And the anxiety is still less. But still, even if it is all one God's play, and myself and my wife, we both understand it and we sense it, still the role of the person or the role in this realm, basically, how do I know whether I'm playing it well or not? How do I know whether it is my excuse as a person to flee from my role?
Yes.
When
Yes.
I can't just escape, saying that no, no, no. It is very easy for me to simply disregard I am, and I know it is coming from, the personality itself. I cannot negate my existence because this I amness and this real, it is too turbulent, and the personality does not want to get into this. Then there is another fear that I have to face it and transcend it. So the best thing is that you discard the I am, remain I am as a witness. If I remain I as a witness, then I cannot engross in the I amness activity. Either I can be a witness or I can be there in the activity. I cannot be both at the same time, because I can either have an attention on the I or in the activities of the I amness. Why this is happening? Because my personality is still there. Otherwise, I don't have to make any efforts.
Yes.
It will be a simple, unfolding of the life in the I amness, and then simply watching. But I am still there as a personality.
Very good. Two
So,
parts to this question that you asked.
yes.
Okay, let's
Yes,
pause
Father.
here. Let's pause. So let's look at the second part first. You see, because there is an understanding here that the way that that personality plays out, which is manifesting as Anil right now, any sort of fodder to this personality, it will try to make a jumbled up, anxious mess out of it. That is why I've been consistent in my advice to you, which is that this I, which is trying to figure out what to do or not to do, you surrender that at the feet of my master, at the feet of Guruji. You see? Because I know that with this it cannot fool around. With this instruction, it cannot really fool around. There's too much reverence for Guruji here, for this personality also to try to mess that up, mix it up in various things, try to put some other concepts to it or anything. You see? So there is nothing missing in this instruction, there is nothing lacking in this instruction. All that you have to do is surrender yourself at the feet of my master. It is completely clear and completely enough to do. So this one is as far as the second, because if I tell you, okay, who is the witness and who is aware of I am and what is I am, again it'll mix something, it'll bring itself back into the fore somehow, you see. So we don't want to do that. And there might be an impulse that, oh, I want to do that, but keep that aside. I know that the best pointing for you is this simple surrender, which your mind will hate actually ultimately, but your heart recognizes that it is the best. You see? So this is as far as the second part of the question was concerned. The first part actually, when you were speaking, was reminding me of my own married life. You see? So this is very good. And I remember that before I met Guruji, and maybe for some time even after I met Guruji, it was like this. She would come to me with some work-related problem or family-related problem, and I would start telling her, but who is the one facing a problem, or who is the and you know, she would want to throw the plate at me. Saying, I'm talking to you about something else and you're talking about something else. It will feel like that. And the fact is that who was being the jerk here? I was. You see, who was being the spiritual jerk? Me. Because it was not coming from a place of wanting to be helpful. Maybe there was some of that mixed in, but actually it was trying to show her that what she is doing is wrong, what she is thinking is wrong. You see, so it was coming from the specialness. It was coming from a space of carrying a sword to cut her head off, instead of this knowledge being an umbrella to shelter us from rain, you see. So this knowledge for our close ones, for our loved ones, actually should serve as an umbrella and not as a sword. You see? It should help them, it should bring more love and light into our lives. You see? So this understanding I did not have till two things happened. One is that talking about this, which was, he said that you could be saying the truth. Every word coming out of your mouth could be true, but you could still be a jerk, you see. And Zia was saying earlier about Advaita jerk, where this is where is that you could be speaking the truth, you see. But if the words don't carry the fragrance of love, if they don't carry the fragrance of kindness, then we are still being jerks. You see, the spiritual jerk is the worst form of jerk, I feel, and I've been there for many years, so I can recognize it. Yeah? So first was Adya, I don't know what came first, but I remember reading this from Adya Shanti. And second was when I went to Ramesh, and Ramesh said, I said, yes, this is so nice, I come here, I listen to you, and it's so good. But what about my wife, my family? She's just not interested in the question, who am I? So he said something which I really imbibed. It just took on in my heart. You see, he said, you wait for her to come to you. You see, because the more you push her into it, the more she will want to push it away. You see? So from that day, I don't feel I really asked her this question, who am I? And except when she's here in Satsang, which itself is rare, I don't feel that I ever ask her, who are you? You see? So I know that Grace is taking care of it, and when she's done with the play, when she's open to this urge of self-recognition, she will ask. And in any way, what I've seen is that the way her expression is playing is much more devotional. Her love for Guruji is unmatched, you see. So that is enough. Why do I need to force my ways on her? Also, something happened just a year ago, actually, which was also an eye-opener for me, where she said that we were just, she started talking, I started talking, we got into, as all married couples do, very quickly we got into a squabble about something. So if I was someone who had come to your satsang, you would not be reacting like this. And I looked at that, and she had said this before, but for the first time it took home, you see. Because we've known each other 22 years, we've had more time together than not with each other in our lives, you see. So it has become a habit relate to each other as partners. So I saw, even now, only about a year ago, I saw that what she's saying is absolutely true. Why am I not able to look at her fresh? Why is it that I carry conditioning about this relationship? So this was very eye-opening here, and I feel, and maybe we should check with her actually rather than taking my testimony, but ever since this recognition came, the feeling here is to see her in that moment as if it is fresh. You see? And I feel that greatly in our phenomenal play of the relationship also, you find much more space, much more love is here. You see? So, little bit, of course, there's always something or the other going on. That is the masala of a marriage, but but there's a lot more space, a lot more love and peace in our marriage now when we come to this recognition. So these two, three things have helped in terms of the marriage. The good advice is not to try and Advaita it too much, you see. You'll find it funny coming from me. If you try to
No, it
Advaita it
is
away.
fine. It is fine, Father. The only thing is, you know, talking about the spirituality and finding the true nature is one thing. But at least before that, even if the person does not exist, it has to be a good, responsible person. If I'm here in
Yeah.
the world, I'm supposed to be a good, a responsible person undertaking all my responsibilities, even if I have this false belief, and then the transcendence comes. I'm not even a good person, and then to say that, no, 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 as a person, I don't exist, I don't care about it. Look, that is all in the realm of the, Maya or Leela. I can say I can have any kind of a belief in this. But the thing is, when all is one, and that is experienced also, it is not that, it is a concept for me. It is seen that if I am not a person, then nobody is a person. It is all one energy, one grace, which is speaking actually. It is just a thought that, I am a person, otherwise it is the same power. So, when it is realized also, whatever role I am playing, I should be playing well. Now, the thing is, then another thought comes. The another thought comes is, look, you have to ignore this thought that you should be playing the right kind of a role. Which one to believe? Which one to believe? In my path, in my transcendence path, this will always come. No, no, no. You see, you should be a good person. You should be responsible. You should be this. Wife is saying, it is so convenient. Now to get trapped into this, if at all it is a trap in the play, I have to transcend the play. I have to actually, it is very painful that, others they get hurt and they get suffered, but I have to transcend this because this is a simple concept. This is a simple concept. But then another
Yes.
thought comes that if you are and others are same, then you cannot make them suffer, no? You cannot make them suffer. Either they realize that they're also God and they are playing out. But if they don't realize that they are God and they are playing out, then it doesn't make any sense.
Hmm. Okay.
So you
So yes,
understand my
yes,
concept
yes,
now?
yes. Exactly. This is what I'm saying, that this one, even our wives will agree that the best husband to have is a surrendered husband. So I will give you a guarantee that as you are surrendered at the feet of Guruji, you will also transform into a very loving husband, very spacious husband to have. You don't take on the project yourself. That's all I'm saying.
Right, Father. Thank you so much.
Thank you, my dear.